Okie dokie. Today we're going to talk about the forbidden secrets from the ancient Book of Enoch that's full of tales of angels, giants, divine judgment, and the corruption of humanity. We're going to talk about the Watchers, the Nephilim, how forbidden knowledge like sorcery and astrology and weapon making was taught to humans, which led to moral decay. And finally, we'll look at the divine judgment that came as a result. So let's get into this. So the Book of Enoch is where we're introduced to a group of angels called the Watchers, and they were originally entrusted with the care of humanity. But things took a dramatic turn when they descended to Earth. The allure of human women proved too strong for the Watchers to resist, and against their divine orders, they mated with the human women, which was an act that would have profound repercussions. The union of the Watchers and human women led to the birth of the Nephilim. These offspring were no ordinary children. They were giants possessing immense strength and great wickedness. The Nephilim roamed the earth, and their presence began to lead humanity astray. Instead of acting as protectors, the Watchers' actions introduced chaos and corruption, creating a new era of moral decay among humans. Now, the story of the Watchers and their descent sets the stage for a series of events that would ripple through human history and mythology, illustrating the thin line between divine intentions and human desires, and how it can easily be crossed. After descending to the earth, the Watchers didn't stop at just lusting after human women. They brought with them knowledge that humans were never meant to have. This knowledge included the arts of sorcery and magic, giving humans the power to manipulate the world around them in unnatural ways. They taught astrology, which allowed humans to predict celestial events and understand the movements of the stars, which led to superstitions and misguided beliefs. One of the most impactful teachings was the art of weaponry. Humans learned to forge swords, knives, and other instruments of war, which shifted society towards violence and warfare. So instead of peaceful coexistence, communities began to wage battles, leading to a significant increase in bloodshed and conflict. The Watchers also shared secrets about the use of cosmetics and ornamentation. This knowledge might seem harmless, but it introduced vanity and pride into human behavior. People became obsessed with their appearance and material possessions, further leading them away from virtues like humility and simplicity. All these teachings collectively led to the moral downfall of humanity. People started to prioritize knowledge and power over wisdom and righteousness. This phase of human history marked a significant shift from innocence and simplicity to corruption and moral decay, setting the stage for the divine judgment that was to come. One of the main Watchers mentioned in the Book of Enoch, Azazel, had a critical role in understanding how humanity became corrupted. Azazel was said to have introduced humans to the art of making weapons, and before his teachings, humans didn't have the means to create sophisticated tools of war. This newfound knowledge led to violence, as people now had the means to harm one another on a much larger scale. Wars and conflicts became more common, which spread chaos and fear across human societies. But Azazel's influence didn't end with weapons. He taught people how to create cosmetics, and this may seem harmless or even beneficial, but it had a darker side. The use of cosmetics led to increased vanity and pride among humans. People began focusing more on their outward appearances, fostering jealousy and competition. This shift in values contributed to moral decay, as superficial beauty started to overshadow inner goodness and virtues. Through these actions, Azazel played a significant role in corrupting humanity. The Nephilim were born from the union of Watchers and human women, and they were not your average beings. These half-angelic, half-human creatures were giants in size and impact. They had immense strength and a predisposition for wickedness. They quickly rose to positions of power and influence. The Nephilim dominated with a fierce grip, instilling fear and chaos wherever they went. With their superior strength, they subdued human communities, leading them towards widespread corruption and moral decline. Their wickedness knew no bounds as they indulged in acts that went against the values and norms of the time. It's said that their reckless behavior and violent tendencies played a significant role in the chaos that ensued. People looked up to these powerful beings, often in fear, but also with a sense of misguided reverence. The Nephilim were more than just strong. Their enormous influence took a heavy toll on humanity. They pushed people towards immorality, dragging societies into states of turbulence and disorder. In a world dominated by such overpowering figures, peace and righteousness became scarce commodities, and human life grew increasingly fraught with challenges and moral struggles. The corruption that had spread across humanity due to the influence of the Watchers and the Nephilim was severe. The Book of Enoch tells us that God decided enough was enough. To cleanse the earth and restore order, he sent the great flood. This divine judgment aimed to wipe out the Nephilim and the wickedness that had overtaken mankind. Now, this story is very similar to the biblical account of Noah's Ark, where Noah, a righteous man, was instructed by God to build an ark, gather his family and pairs of every animal species to survive the impending flood. The Nephilim, along with the corrupted humans, were swept away when the flood waters finally receded. The earth was a clean slate. This act of divine intervention was a reset for humanity, giving them a chance to start anew without the corrupting influence of the Watchers and their offspring. The Great Flood was a powerful reminder of the consequences of moral decay and the lengths to which divine forces will go to preserve righteousness. Enoch was a unique figure. He was a righteous man chosen by God to serve as a messenger. Enoch's role was to warn both the Watchers, those angels who descended to earth, and humanity about the consequences of their actions and the divine judgment that was to come. According to the Book of Enoch, his writings held immense importance. In his messages, Enoch vividly describes how the Watchers taught humans forbidden knowledge and how this knowledge led to widespread corruption. He emphasized that this knowledge, which included skills in sorcery, astrology, and weapon-making, was never meant for mankind. These teachings brought about moral decay, vanity, and violence, and Enoch did not hold back in detailing the Nephilim's monstrosities, the giant beings born from the union of the Watchers and human women that were not only incredibly strong but also wicked, which led to chaos and immorality on a massive scale. But Enoch's warnings went deeper than just recounting these events. He highlighted the grave consequences that would follow because of the corruption. Enoch spoke of an impending divine judgment, making it clear that the actions of the Watchers and the widespread corruption of humanity could not go unpunished. Enoch described how this judgment will cleanse the earth of its wickedness. This prediction serves as a central theme in his writings, underscoring the severity of straying away from righteousness and embracing forbidden knowledge. Enoch's messages were meant to be a wake-up call, reminding both the celestial beings and humans of their responsibilities and the moral boundaries that should never be crossed. His warnings were a testament to the potential downfall that comes with misusing free will and divine gifts. In the Book of Enoch, there's a significant focus on free will. It explains that humans had the freedom to make their own choices, and they used this freedom to seek out knowledge and practices that were not intended for them. This hunger for forbidden knowledge resulted in many negative consequences. The Watchers played a big role in this by teaching human things that were meant to be kept secret. These teachings ignited a thirst for power and control among humans, steering them down a path of corruption. The idea here is that while humans had the capacity to choose, their choices were greatly influenced by the allure of the Watchers' knowledge. As humanity gained access to the forbidden knowledge, it marked the end of their innocence. Before this, humans lived in a simpler, more innocent state, unaware of the complexities of good and evil. As they began to understand and use this forbidden knowledge, they experienced a dramatic shift, like the opening of Pandora's box. Once the secrets were out, they couldn't be put back. The new awareness brought moral challenges that humans were not prepared to face. This knowledge spread among humanity, altering societies and relationships, and introduced conflicts and desires that corrupted human nature. Throughout the pages of the Book of Enoch, a grand cosmic struggle unfolds, revealing a spiritual battle between the forces of good and evil. Humanity finds itself caught in the center of this epic conflict. The Watchers play a crucial role in this ongoing battle. Their defiance against divine authority and their fall from grace mark the beginning of a chain of events that steeped humanity in chaos and corruption. By descending to Earth and interacting with humans in ways that were never meant to, the Watchers triggered a series of unprecedented spiritual upheavals. According to the Book of Enoch, this battle isn't just about physical power, it's a clash of morals and ethics, a battle for the souls of men and women. The Nephilim, born from the union of the Watchers and human women, inherit both the strengths and wickedness of their angelic ancestors. These giant beings, with their immense power and corrupt intentions, further intensify the chaos and immorality on Earth. But amidst all this turmoil, the spiritual struggle also showcases moments of hope. Enoch himself, chosen by God, acted as a voice of rectitude, delivering warnings and messages from the divine realm. His mission highlighted the importance of righteousness and the potential for redemption. Despite the overwhelming influence of evil forces, the Book of Enoch reminds us that this spiritual battle is ongoing. It's a narrative where humanity must navigate the delicate balance between good and evil, learning from their mistakes and striving for a future where righteousness prevails. One of the segments of the Book of Enoch underscores the weight of choices and the far-reaching consequences of the Watcher's rebellion. It speaks to the heart of the human experience, which is a tale of struggle, temptation, and the persistent quest for virtue in a world fraught with conflict. So among all the chaos and corruption that was recounted in the Book of Enoch, there is a message of hope and redemption. The text prophesies the arrival of a Messiah, a Savior who will bring an end to the period of suffering and sinful behavior. This figure is seen as a beacon of light in the dark times, promising the restoration of righteousness and order on earth. And according to the Book of Enoch, this future leader will guide humanity back to a moral path, undoing the damage caused by the Watchers and the Nephilim. The prophecy suggests that this Messiah will not only bring justice, but also heal the fractured relationship between the divine and human realms. It's a powerful narrative that offers a glimpse into the belief that despite any amount of corruption or wrongdoing, there is always a chance for redemption. The promise of a new era where goodness will prevail fosters a sense of hope, reminding the readers that the struggle between good and evil is ever present, but not without the potential for resolution. All right, that's all I got for today. Thanks for listening. If you like it, hit that subscribe button for us. If you don't like it, that's okay too. Other than that, have a great day.